awesome.
The only part that's cool is that they do the ketamine off of Elon Musk's child's scalp. That's the only cool part.
I think it was just cringe. I think he just died of cringe.
Being in proximity to
Yeah, I think Pope Francis was killed by cringe.
So Pope Francis's
Is free now.
whole
'cause
body
He's cringe.
cringes at the sight of J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
So it took him out.
Yeah.
And now he's free.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, incredible.
Doesn't matter. We didn't do the intro yet, so this can't be put in. We can say whatever we want.
Welcome back to the Three Left Turns podcast. It's the boys, Sagan, Steven, and Brian. We're hanging out. J.D. Vance killed the Pope. That's today.
He did it.
He did it.
He successfully pulled off his assassination
Just killed
campaign.
the Pope Vance.
Just killed the Pope Vance.
Good old Jebediah.com.
Well, that's not his name anymore.
I guess, yeah.
It's just killed
For at
the
least
Pope.
24 hours. It's just killed the Pope. Pretty incredible stuff. Not that the Pope died.
Yeah, I was
Cool
gonna
Pope.
say we had to not the Pope dying. That's not incredible.
Yeah. The fact that it was within 24 hours of being in contact of J.D. Vance. That is the fun part.
Definitely extradited.
Which has
It
been
did.
noted to happen. Being in proximity to J.D. Vance, you will literally die of cringe.
It's true. It's true. Cringe right to death. Massive stroke. Irreparable heart failure.
That's tough. At least we get to see the cool smoke come out of the building now.
I just read about that today.
You didn't know about that?
No.
Oh, it's the
I
most
read
exciting
what?
thing about Catholicism.
I read the whole about the whole process,
Well, yeah.
which I gotta say
Is it
the
about cremation?
College of
No.
Cardinals is a hard ass name.
That is that's a magic card.
Not even you know what? When I heard it, it reminded me of when I went over to your house the one day, and you were explaining to me some super religious faction in Warhammer.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of them. That's like most of Warhammer.
Oh,
But I think I was explaining to you the sororitas, which are the battle nuns from space.
probably. I don't know, but the College of
They're
Cardinals
sick.
just sounds sick. It sounds like something like right out of a fantasy game,
Yep.
like a faction that I would join personally.
Yeah, you would. Stormcloak freak.
Skyrim belongs to the Nords.
It's the MAGA
This is
of Elder
a
Scrolls.
Stormcloak podcast.
Ugh! I'm out of here.
To be cringe is to be free. To be
Oh.
cringe is to be free.
This is a Stormcloak podcast.
This is whatever the libertarians of Skyrim would be.
So wait,
Who would
Sagan,
they
you
be?
don't know about the fancy smoke?
I don't know about the
I
fancy
know
smoke.
You
now.
don't know about the smoke?
Is it something to do with a thurible?
Hold on. Wait. We should have Sagan. Okay, wait. Sagan, how is the next pope chosen?
I kind of thought it was vibes, not gonna lie.
Just vibes?
I figured it would be like a leader in the like upper diocese.
Oh, okay.
I don't know words.
What does that word mean?
It's like parts of the church, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything you say is correct and right, and I will agree with all of it.
Hold on. So now I have context clues. We're talking about special smoke.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put a bunch of people
Okay.
who are of import, of power in the in a room,
Okay.
Okay.
A bunch
and
of
then
powerful people in a room.
we're gonna light the last pope on fire,
Okay.
and whichever one the smoke drifts towards, like
Oh.
when you're sitting
The
around
Holy
a
Spirit.
campfire with your friends,
Campfire style.
That's actually super based.
No.
then like the previous pope is choosing that person.
Yeah, guided by the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So yeah, you just like sit around a pope bonfire, and whoever's getting smoked out of the sesh gets
That would be
Gets to
horrible.
be the
oh, wait,
next
no, I
pope.
guess it
gets to
wouldn't
be
smell
the
like-
next pope. It would smell like person.
Oh, it would? Oh,
Well,
that
it's
would
a burning
be
person.
Terrible.
So
Well,
what color is the smoke?
Whatever color smoke is that comes off of people. Probably like blue.
Oh, well.
Like what? Not like blue, but like like
navy.
when you're like grilling, you want the blue smoke, because it means it's like not too hot. It's not.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I went down like a barbecue pit one day.
Yeah. You were
Interesting.
almost chosen as the next pope when that happened, but
Oh, that would have been sick.
That
so
if
the
if
blue
you're
smoke.
an official Catholic, technically you could be chosen as the next pope.
No, I want to be the Dalai Lama.
Okay.
Are you a Catholic?
Am I a Catholic?
Like a
No.
No, you're not.
I've never been to church.
I am baptized, but not under the
Yeah,
Catholic.
I'm baptized Christian.
Sorry, the Catholic diocese.
Yeah, I'm.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Did I use word right?
Everything you're saying is true, and I agree with it.
Yeah, I didn't know like what God was until I was in 4th grade.
It's so funny.
Yeah. Like I wasn't raised like that.
He had Necronomicons in his house.
Straight up. Shout out Pops again. Necronomicons and machetes chasing Mormons down the road.
Picked a bad time to get lost.
Straight up. Never should have come here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about religion.
Steven, do you want to give a heretical view on how the next pope is chosen?
Oh, I know how though.
I know.
So
I'm saying a heretical.
Yeah, I said the right
opinion.
way,
Yeah.
obviously.
So
Good old Pope Burning Sesh.
let's see how well that one article he read this morning was. How good it was. He knows. all
oh,
about
I
it.
thought so. I'm not supposed to like purposely make up like a fake
Nah.
way.
Nah,
No,
I want
say
you to,
the-
I want
say-
you to educate Sagan on your
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanna know.
heresy.
So there's like just north of 200 different cardinals.
Yeah. And
The
what's a-
College of
what's a
Cardinals.
cardinal? What's a cardinal?
A bird.
I don't. They're under the Pope.
They're
Yeah,
they're
okay.
red.
They're the
They're high-ranking people in a
and
room.
in the church.
He got this part
they're
right.
Under the Pope, yes.
Sagan got this
um,
part right.
So there's like just north of 200 of them, but only cardinals under the age of 80 are allowed. It's a vote.
Oh.
That's the preface.
It's
It's a vote.
democracy. That's
It's a
lame.
vote.
This guy hates democracy.
Well,
Yeah, it's a vote.
maybe in
There's
my-
like 200 something cardinals. Only cardinals under the age of 80 can vote. There's only about 135 cardinals under the age of 80, and only 120 of them will be allowed to vote.
Yeah. Something like that.
They have to go full LeBron, 0 dark 30, vow of secrecy, no phones, no social media, because they're not supposed to be influenced. They have to be guided by the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
what
to
does
pick the next pope.
LeBron and 0 Dark 30 have to do with each other?
Um,
Because one is a movie about.
after that.
Okay.
Well,
We'll
come
after
back.
this.
We'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come
Okay.
back to it. So they go to the room, no phones, oath of secrecy.
Yeah.
120.
and then they burn the last pope.
No.
Not quite.
Damn.
So then they will all write their pick
Okay.
for the next pope on a little slip of paper, and there needs to be a 2/3 majority for the next pope to be chosen. But at the end of each voting session, they'll burn the slips, and they'll add chemicals to the slips.
Yeah.
So when they burn the slips, this is called the conclave, by the way.
Yeah.
The papal conclave.
Papal.
Papal conclave. So, and this can go on forever, or theoretically it can. The longest went on for 3 years.
Yeah.
Because they have to get this 2/3 majority, and I'm guessing. I mean, I'm sure it happens, but they're probably not supposed to talk to the other cardinals about who they're voting for. I don't know. I don't know. That's a fine detail. I don't know. I'm assuming they can't because of the secrecy.
the
of it.
room.
Yeah,
It's all
no,
quiet
the
and secret.
spirit
Oh,
of
okay.
the holy.
Yeah, because they're supposed to
thing.
pray,
Pope
and like the Holy Ghost
guy.
is supposed to guide them on who to choose.
Oh.
But if there isn't a 2/3 majority,
vibes
they
based.
burn all the slips, and then out of the church, like out of the room, if it's black smoke, there's no pope, and if there's white smoke, a new pope has been chosen.
Woo!
By who?
The Cardinals,
By the College of Cardinals.
the College of Cardinals.
But-
They're the ones that vote.
Wait, I thought you said if they can't figure out who's the Pope, they burn the slips.
Yeah, no, they burn the slips no matter what.
Yeah,
But
whether
after they
it's,
count them, if there's a cardinal that got 2/3 majority vote,
And then if the slips burn black,
no Pope.
no Pope at all?
No, no one got a 2/3 majority.
Okay, time out. So the smoke is just to let like the public know the outcome of the vote. So like they do the vote, they figure it out, and then they add the chemical or I thought it was just wood, but maybe they've changed.
I saw in the Twitter thread I read it said chemical.
Okay, well then they add
so
the
it's
chemical.
it's not like they vote, someone gets 2/3, they chuck it all in the thing, and then it happens to be black, and now no fucking Pope.
No, they add.
Sorry, guy. Okay.
Maybe they have a magician.
That would be the better way of knowing.
That's what I'm saying. Like you vote, and then like if you burn the paper and it's black, God said no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that cardinal's removed.
I think I would be way better at religion than these freaks.
Oh man.
I don't think you shouldn't say that.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, we also shouldn't joke about
Burning the
the
Pope in a
Pope's
circle.
death.
Nah,
But
I think
feel
Francis
like
would have been cool with it.
half the world has done it already. Like that's been all day. It's like half people genuinely upset about the Pope passing, and then half people like, joking about it, but like, giving him the Pope props. Like I saw some that were like, the Pope went out on Easter Day like a G, like he's a beast for going dying on Easter Day. Like that was like that's sick.
It goes hard.
I've also had people saying
We still have 2
the
days.
Pope
he
died
might
on
come back.
Easter because God is sending a message that
Yeah. Yeah.
no progressives, no more progressives.
Oh,
Oh, what?
never mind.
Yeah.
Horrifying. Well, I was
haven't
gonna
seen
say.
that.
Didn't you see like
Francis was
MTG? Marjorie Taylor Greene was like
I don't follow.
no, she said yesterday, she's like there's massive global leadership changes happening today. We're like evil is like losing or something. I don't know.
cool.
I can't remember.
That's cool. She was on a ketamine trip.
Yeah.
Can we put her in space or something?
I need to find it. So that one actually
She should've
requires
gone with
context.
Katy Perry.
Usually I won't pull out the
Katy
phone.
Perry went to space? What?
You didn't see this? I didn't know about it until after the fact. Apparently,
No.
Katy Perry went to space with
Why?
a bunch of other women.
You didn't see that?
No.
Women.
Wow.
Do you think she felt like a firework?
No, I don't think so.
I need
Or
to
like
find
a plastic
No,
bag?
she went to space. She said something about she wanted to do it to help bring awareness to how beautiful the planet is and how people should care about the planet. And then whenever they landed, she got down on her. It was one of those.
She kissed the ground.
She kissed the ground,
I called it.
and it was it was like a 10-minute flight thing. Like it wasn't a hours or even it wasn't a days or even hours long trip. It was like less than an hour.
It wasn't like getting stuck on the
ISS or something.
yeah, I was gonna say ISS for
Nah, she was up there for like 15 minutes, came back down, and was so happy to be a part of the Earth that she.
what a fucking dork.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, all right. So obviously there's no way, it was like a indirect thing. There's no way of knowing if this was directly upon learning of the Pope's death. But she said, today there were major shifts in global leaderships. There were major shifts in global leaderships. Evil is being defeated by the hand of God.
I like how reading Marjorie Taylor Greene makes you sound like you're dyslexic, but it's
I'm
just how she
dyslexic.
talks.
I can't read.
Yeah. Well, anyway, R.I.P.
Yeah, Rip Francis. He was
to
cool.
Pope G.
He was down with the gays.
Yeah.
He just kind of like a live and let live kind of guy.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Don't know shit about Catholicism if this hasn't demonstrated that enough.
Listen,
but
I'm just excited for the smoke. When the white smoke comes, it's so exciting.
I honestly hope for Pope vacuum.
Pope vacuum?
Yeah,
Oh, like no Pope.
no Pope.
But
Well, I've also read that apparently Pope Francis, during his time as Pope, has essentially done like court stacking
I don't know.
for the
Oh,
Cardinals.
really?
And apparently, I read something like 110 out of the eligible Cardinals for voting were appointed by Pope Francis.
awesome.
Fire.
Fan.
Let's
I don't know how true that is.
go.
Just something I read online.
See, we didn't even need to
How it
burn him.
usually
He already
goes.
picked.
Oh, look at him. He's taking off his jacket.
Oh,
One more layer. And
he's
we'll
not
get
wearing a
what everyone
slutty little
actually wants.
T-shirt like he was on the last episode.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
What?
He doesn't want to be
I mean, it was just a normal T-shirt last time.
a normal T-shirt.
A normal
A
T-shirt.
normal
truly was
T-shirt that Steven wears is a
It's a
slutty
slutty
little
little
regular maroon, plain maroon T-shirt.
Hugging his biceps like the way I wish I could.
That's just because I shrink all my clothes in the washer.
Why? Why do you do that?
He
They
He
shrink
doesn't
in
know
the-
how to do
wait,
laundry.
They
Or
shrink in the washer?
They shrink in the dryer.
Ah, this guy doesn't know how to
Get
do
fucking
laundry.
caught,
I guess
idiot.
not.
Use a dryer sheet.
I do. I used to.
2 dryer sheets. This guy hates the
Static
environment.
electricity will never catch him.
I just air dry everything.
No, you
Yeah.
don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Some things.
Rebecca and I air dry a bunch of stuff.
I air dry stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's stuff that you're not supposed to put in the dryer.
Yeah.
I know that. Don't put
No,
everything in
obviously
the
you
dryer.
don't.
Yeah.
'cause all your
How
clothes
do you
are small.
shrink everything then, dickhead?
The air drying, it
Clothes
shrinks
just-
all my clothes.
Clothes just shrink sometimes, I guess.
They do. They do sometimes. Sometimes it'll be like dryer safe, and then you dry it, and it's like, well,
Steven thinks the clothes are shrinking. He's just getting more brolic
he's,
every day.
yeah, dude, more
And so,
massive.
Yeah.
Could
Guy's
be.
just building
But look at
mass.
this.
Yeah, look at that guy.
What are we looking at?
Just him.
This used to be
The godly
like-
specimen.
Oh,
big on me.
your
this crew neck.
yeah. Okay, I see.
Now it's
He's going.
He's
through a
getting
growth
longer
spurt.
and longer and longer. He's already 6'7". You can't tell because his legs are 3 feet past the desk, but
not 6'7".
Not
it's
quite.
close.
6'6.5".
Not quite.
Well, anyway.
Maybe next time.
For the longest time, I had gaslit myself into thinking I was 5'11" and lying. But then I went through all my medical stuff last year, and I got measured again, and they're like 6 foot, and I was like, awesome.
Huge.
Let's go.
Nice.
Dude, everybody that's
ID is
5'11"
right.
just rounds up anyways. I mean, my ID
No, I
says
know.
5'9".
And I wasn't going to tell anyone if
It
it
is.
weren't true, but
When
it
I
is true.
when I got my license, I hadn't had a physical since I was like in middle school. So now my license says 5'9".
That's hilarious. That's so
I
funny.
think you just update that when you get a new one, don't you?
I haven't got a new one.
Since middle school? What do
No,
you
since
mean?
a physical.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, I've gotten one since, but I haven't gotten a new license.
Is your
Since
license
middle
expired?
school?
No, I renewed it, but they didn't.
Oh, do you just like fill out the thing online and they send you the?
No, I went in, but it was like they didn't. I didn't even
What?
take a new picture. They just. I'm pretty sure they just printed the same exact license with an updated.
Huh?
I think he
Expiration date on
hacked the DMV.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
crazy.
you can do that.
I don't
No,
know.
I
Or
saw
this
the
is same
picture.
one.
That
This
is
one might
that
be
is Steven
the
from
same
high
one.
school.
No,
but
you can't. You can't. I'll have to blur it, and I don't want to do
It
that.
expires
in editing.
in 2026.
yeah, that's a valid license. But that is
When was it
definitely
issued? It should have an issue date.
2022, January 4th, 2022.
maybe that's like just overlapping enough with like
No,
post-COVID.
I'm telling you. I
Maybe,
mean,
I
all right. So
guess.
when I got my first original license, I hadn't had a physical in many years. After I got that first license, I did have a physical, but when I went to renew that last one, they didn't have me
They
take a
just
new
skipped
picture.
it all.
They didn't do anything. They literally just updated the issue date and the expiration date, and that was it.
I had them do that once where it was like, we're not going to do anything for it, but I was getting a replacement. I wasn't renewing. And it caused me problems because I grew my hair out and grew a mustache, and everyone I tried to buy stuff from was like, no, I don't think that's you. And I was like, I promise, just
That's tough.
like shave me.
That's tough. All right, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I want to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2, which I think we talked about a little bit last week, but I
We're not gonna
specifically
talk about Pistol Pete.
Pistol
The
Pete.
fuck?
Pistol
Never mind.
Pete Hegseth?
We're not talking about the Switch 2. We're talking about
Pistol Pete?
Pete Hegseth.
Yeah, he,
Well,
he
he's
did
getting-
it again.
What? Oh, he added more people to a group
Yeah,
chat?
he had a signal chat mishap again, and now he's
No
going to resign.
way.
Did he really?
I did
Yes.
see. I
Who's
was going to
this?
talk about. I saw an article that was the administration wants to replace him, but I didn't know it was about a.
He did it again.
I didn't
What
read
did
the
he
article.
do?
A signal. He added like people that like Yemen war plans. Another Yemen war plan group chat. He added more people that aren't supposed to be in it again. Are you gonna look it up?
I was gonna. It's
And
not,
now
it's not worth
he's-
it right now.
And now
That's
there's a bunch of
crazy.
reports coming out that he's like gonna step down.
Well, he probably should. Maybe we don't put the TV man in charge of the military.
He almost made it a full 90 days.
Almost.
Not quite.
Almost.
Just under.
So silly.
Nah, he'll stay.
He made it longer than Francis.
I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess so. Francis had part of the first Trump administration though, so
that is true.
you know,
That is true.
in term,
think-
but second term, Pete made it farther.
That's true. It ain't fair.
It ain't fair. So wait, was it? Where did Pistol Pete come from?
I don't
Is
know.
that
That's
his
just what
nickname?
everybody calls Pete.
Oh,
People
Mm,
named Pete. People named Pete, you just call him Pistol
I
Pete.
just
That's what
only see
happens.
Hegseth everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't. I just see the last name.
White
Yeah.
House from Newswire U.S. White House begins search for new Secretary of Defense.
He went to Twitter to look this up.
It's
Dude,
the
it's-
everything app, so you know it's true.
Yeah, exactly. When Pete Hegseth
No, it's
sobers
not.
when Pete Hegseth sobers up, he'll be surprised to learn he was Defense Secretary.
No, yeah. Do you think the whole Trump administration is just all of them in the longest K-hole of their entire life?
I hope so. That'd be sick.
That would be neither sick nor awesome.
Like, they're just doing lines of Ket off the top of Elon Musk's kid head. Like, just,
Oh,
That part I could see. That part I could definitely see.
that's sad.
nah, he doesn't know what's going on. He's fine.
Yeah, he's got it ingrained into his scalp. He's already on a trail.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. The K-hole administration.
That's awesome.
I thought you said it was neither sick nor awesome.
That part's awesome.
It's both
No,
sick and awesome.
The only part that's cool is that they do the ketamine off of Elon Musk's child's scalp. That's the only cool part. No other part of it's cool. The implications, not cool. Not very not passing the vibe check.
I do like
Mm.
the
It's very
the implication
it's very black
that
smoke.
the Democratic Party lost to the ketamine party.
Dude, I think so. I think so.
That is a good implication.
Play
That's
dead
one I like to think
Democrats.
about.
Versus the ketamine Republicans. Hell yeah.
See that? Isn't that fun to think about?
It is.
That's
It
our
also-
opposition party guy.
It also really explains how it's happened. It's the party who is just going for it, and the party who is just playing dead.
It's true. It's true. It's uppers and downers, man.
Yeah.
Like
Straight up.
that's the difference here. We need to get the Dems off Xanax.
One
Like,
party is there for
Xanax versus
winners.
ketamine.
Yeah.
Our political system is just like a drug
dude,
like bracket battle.
Yeah.
Chucky Schumer's tossing 3 bars back before he votes for cloture. Like,
Yeah. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was high on opium when he wrote the New Deal.
yeah, that's why it was awesome because it's an upper.
Yeah. That's all.
That's why it was-
All the politics can be explained by illicit drug use.
So, all right, what's the final boss? What in the political party drug battle bracket?
Crocodile.
What's going to be the finals?
I was a fan of the Herbert Hoover heroin years, you know. Not in terms of again, the implications not there, but
So heroin versus
Jesus Christ.
It's I don't know enough about heroin. Is heroin an upper or a downer? I think it's an upper.
I don't
Or is
know.
it? But it's like a painkiller.
Sure.
No, it's definitely a downer.
Gotta
It's
be a
definitely a downer.
Gotta be a downer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm remembering Breaking Bad now. It's definitely a downer. But
love-
meth is an upper. I think. Yeah, no, because
Heroin versus
Adderall is baby meth. And that's an upper.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not a very interesting topic.
I don't know if this entire podcast has been interesting at all.
No, it
but
hasn't.
it's gonna
Not
be
our best work. But
Listen,
it's been.
we had a
fun.
Katy Perry mention.
Katy Perry, Pope Francis,
We had a-
ketamine.
we had a-
We're here.
Just killed the Pope, Vance.
Just killed the Pope Vance.
Yeah, this is nothing but pop culture references.
It's a good time.
We're a pop culture podcast.
pop culture and current events. Yeah.
Why are we talking about our podcast again?
What do you mean? That's all podcasts with white men devolve into.
Well, okay.
You have a mic. You have something to say.
Say it.
You're white.
Be
so-
brave.
I'm just here to yap.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now.
It is. We're yapping. What did you want to talk about?
I don't want to talk about anything.
No, you wanted to talk about the Nintendo Switch
Yeah, you
too.
wanted to talk
Pistol
about the
Pete,
Switch
Pistol
too.
Pete came in and overruled.
Nah, what did you want to talk about?
I wanted to talk about how for the Nintendo Switch 2, why is the Pro controller cheaper than the Joy-Cons?
Because the Joy-Cons are probably harder to make.
And
Shut
they're like-
up.
and they're like magnetic.
What does
and
that
stuff.
mean, though? And do you know how much 2 Joy-Cons are?
Doesn't
$95.
matter, we're not buying
That's
it.
insane.
We're
Correct.
not buying it, right?
I'm buying it.
Oh.
Well, you want Zelda.
I am so
He wants
excited.
$80
Okay.
games.
Okay.
He's the enemy now. You don't have to worry about me anymore.
I
Yeah.
don't want
Until
$80
GTA 6
games.
comes out.
I don't want $80 games because you know what I'm buying?
What?
He's buying the $15.
I'm buying Donkey Kong Bonanza,
That is 70
which
bucks.
is $70.
I'll-
Not all their
I'll allow
games
it.
are $80.
It is
You
true.
tell me you're not gonna end up getting like the new Mario Party?
No, he'll get Mario Kart because it'll come with the Switch.
Yeah.
No, but what
And that's
about,
a $50 value.
there's gonna
It's
be
true.
At
there's
that
gonna be
level.
an $80 Mario Party game that comes out, and I think you'll buy it. I think you
I'm
will.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
think
I'm
I'll
gonna
just-
lay something out there. Mario Party sucks. That is a terrible game. I hate it.
disagree. I disagree.
What do you mean Mario Party sucks?
It sucks
Why?
It doesn't
because it's just a board game, but it's Mario.
dude.
No one wants to actually play the board game. You just want to play the mini games.
Yeah.
Well, that's like
But the mini
point.
games influence the board game.
Yeah, I don't care. Give me I don't care.
It sounds like somebody who's bad at Mario Party.
Well,
Yeah,
I
mean,
hate
someone
party
that doesn't
games in
like
general.
Board games.
Yeah.
You know, like board
Okay,
Kinda.
games.
take away the word games. What do you hate?
Board.
No, party.
Oh, party? I
Yeah, you said
definitely
you
hate
don't like-
parties.
yeah, right. Exactly. This is why he doesn't like Mario Party. It means he has to sit in a room with his friends,
I mean,
and he'll
That's
never
just not
do
even
that.
true.
I mean, here's the
a
thing.
lot of cases.
here's the thing. Mario Party is like the Jackbox of Nintendo party games.
Yeah, and I don't play Jackbox games.
but
Yep.
but it would be like even the Jackbox of Nintendo party games is still fun.
Are you pro Mario Party or
Yeah,
not
I'm-
pro Mario?
That it was a mostly a compliment. But it's also I wanted to slide in a compliment towards Mario Party while also maybe low key digging at it for Sagan's POV.
I
but
just-
full digging at Jackbox because Jackbox games are
Like-
boring as.
I would rather play Mario Kart. If I'm gonna sit in a group of people and
Yeah.
play like a competition game, I'd rather play Mario Kart
Why?
because I can
Because
be
why?
like mechanically good at that.
You can be mechanically
You can
good
be
at Mario
mechanically
Party.
good.
Nah,
at
it's
Mario
whoever can
Party.
shake the controller hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
I don't
mechanic.
care.
Who's
That's mechanics.
That's
good at shaking it?
And there's strategy games and there's puzzle games like
yeah. I want one thing.
What
I
do you
want one
want?
thing, and I want to like
your
driving.
your whole
playing
main
Magic
game
the
right now. Yeah, I was gonna
Gathering
say
right
your
now,
whole
which is a
main game right
strategy
now.
yeah,
game.
and you want to know how that's going?
It doesn't matter. Hold on. Irrespective of that, your main game right now is zero mechanics,
It's
all strategy.
actually all mechanics.
No, not like literal in-game mechanics. I mean like mechanics.
Yeah, I guess.
What is mechanics?
Like
Like aim,
physical. Yeah,
I see.
movement tech,
yeah.
combat roll.
Steven,
about-
Drink the Estus flask.
Steven, you came over last night. We played some Magic the Gathering. How many games did we play?
A lot.
How many did I win?
0.
Yeah.
I was telling my partner on the way home. I was like, I feel bad that I won every game, but it really wasn't his fault, which means it really wasn't my fault either.
I'm horribly unlucky and it means I dislike games of chance.
Sometimes you just gotta learn how to let people win, Steven. I remember.
I don't do that.
No,
that's
I don't
that's
want him to do
insulting.
that.
No.
Letting people
I
win is
want
insulting.
to. I
You
want
have
to
to
win on
learn-
my own merit.
No, learning how to let people win without them directly, obviously knowing.
No,
Unless you're
because
playing
the
against a
second
child,
I found,
unless
the
you're
second
playing
I
against
find
a
out, I'm
child
gonna be
that
so
is
upset.
like you
I can't.
think you letting me win in chess, you were like so slick about it. I know.
I wasn't being slick about it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's evil. Don't let people win in games.
Unless they're children, because they won't know.
Even when they are children, again, we talked about this last time. My dad kicking the shit out of me in chess. He never let me win. And now I have a complex.
Yeah, but
So,
you can yeah, so you can let the children win. They will feel good about themselves, and they probably won't know unless they're really smart, I guess.
Steven is my Dark Souls boss right now. I need to beat him, and every time I lose to him
I mean, you gotta beat
means
Josh
that
too, so.
but I'm losing 1v1s. I'm not worried about the pod at
If
this
you
point.
1v1 Nate, you might win.
Maybe. But I
Some-
can't.
Sometimes the fun of playing games with your friends is
Is
playing games
with your friends.
and
And
not
that's
he
that's
acknowledged
why
that. He did acknowledge that.
that's why I go to the shop every Wednesday and
your ass
get
kicked.
my ass kicked.
And that's why you could play Magic if you weren't too elite for it.
What do you mean too elite for it? I just
Well,
don't
since
have time
the
for
Yu-Gi-Oh
it.
cards
You
have
guys
such bigger
stay out
numbers.
until 10:30 at night playing card games.
Just
I
10.
can't
Not even
do that.
bad.
10.
Just not even bad.
I am
That is not
asleep
even bad.
by 10.
Oh my god.
I went to bed at 1
Man.
o'clock last
Okay,
night.
we get you can leave early.
That is true.
We
You
get
could
there
leave
at
like
6.
game 2.
That would feel like I'm cheaping out a little
Well,
bit. You know, like
That's
I'm not
that's something you
like
got to
I'm
work
not
out.
committing.
That's your skill issue, man.
I guess so.
You are the tabletop games with friends guy. Like Magic
I
should be
was.
right up your
You
alley.
were,
I
yeah.
was the tabletop games with friends guy.
You
What do you
were,
mean?
and
What
then you got a job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
That's
much.
true.
You can only play games if you're unemployed.
Kinda. Sometimes.
We're employed.
Yeah, but
I
you're not
play way
playing-
less games than I want to, man.
Do you really think
Yeah.
so?
Are you kidding me? Every day I'm at work 8 hours and wish I wasn't. That's just life, man.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, I just play games at work. What do you mean?
Yeah, I can't work from home every day, so
I can't either.
I just have
But
to ask.
my building is closing for like a month and a half in
Let's
a few
go.
days.
This
And
guy's
I'll
gonna be a
working
Valorant.
from home.
This
Let's
guy's gonna be
go.
Ascendant and Valorant in no time or
Yes.
higher. I don't even know.
Yes, it's gonna be team fight tactics. I actually don't think you've been playing that recently. Yeah,
I haven't been playing video games.
Why not? What have you been doing?
playing Magic.
That's
Magic.
it?
And sleeping.
Magic and sleeping and sometimes work.
Yeah.
What a life to live. God, I wish I was him.
Yeah, me
He wonders
too.
why we pine to be
So
him.
you can come play Magic.
He's
with
God's
us.
favorite. I
That's
tell him
sad.
all the time.
Yeah.
Do you work like what do you work on weekends?
I work on weekends.
Yeah, but what
mark?
times?
Question mark? It because you can work any shift on weekends. Yeah.
Anytime. Did you guys know? I didn't. The last podcast we recorded, I went to work at 10 p.m. Worked all the way until 2 p.m. Came home, showered, walked here, filmed the podcast, and then had Garrett come pick me up because I didn't want to walk home again.
I would have driven you home.
Yeah, you could have, but Abby was here, so
Yeah, I guess that's true.
that's why I was
Oh, you didn't end up waiting for them?
Nah, because I was feeling it.
I mean,
At that
yeah,
point.
I've worked almost that shift before. I've done 2 to 6, like 2 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
Yeah.
So why'd you come?
Because we had we didn't have an episode
we
set.
didn't run out.
we had already run out. We had to record an episode. Back to us talking about our own podcast. That's all we got at this point.
It kind of is.
It's all.
yeah.
It's all.
It's
of our,
okay.
It's our whole lives.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a stressful
1 hour a week.
right now.
It's just yapping, man. We're just yapping. It's 3 left turns.
I mean,
We make a lot of turns. That's the point.
there's only so much like complaining about the Democratic Party and making fun of the Republican Party that you can do
Yeah. Gotta
before
yap.
it just becomes saying the same things every week, I guess, because it is the same issues.
We could just open packs. We could just start doing that.
Dude, I thought I almost brought one pack for each of you. I was gonna make Brian open one and get him hooked. No, I'm just kidding.
I would have refused.
I knew you were gonna. That's exactly why I didn't end up doing it, because I knew he would refuse.
No,
Yeah.
I would have caved to peer pressure.
No, you would.
I would have been.
If we were recording, he would have. Yes.
Yeah.
If you tried to get him before we started
No,
recording,
it was gonna be.
he would have
while we were
stone faced
gonna
you
be like,
down.
For sure.
Oh, I would have been so excited. Two very different
You
reactions.
just gotta hope that those last until Wednesday at this point.
What do you want to talk
Well,
about?
I don't
what
know.
Do you want to talk
I thought it was interesting that like the Supreme Court's actually kind of maybe doing something about deportations. Maybe
They're thinking about it.
they're really throwing around some strong words every now and again, going, I don't know if this is okay. Maybe you guys should bring that guy back.
Yeah. That's
Just like try.
so one of the more recent things is about how the Trump administration is going, yeah, we will, because I believe the direct language that the court said was that you need to start the process of bringing
It's like
Specifically-
facilitate the
specifically
return.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
I was gonna say that's Abrego, right?
Yeah. So they gotta specifically begin the process of facilitating his return. Beginning the process of facilitating could be, all right, here's a form.
Yeah, right.
We don't have to submit it,
Yeah.
but we can like fill it out.
Didn't the governor of his state go and visit?
No, as a senator.
It was a
Oh,
senator.
he's a senator?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought. Where did he go? Where did he get sent? El Salvador?
Salvador.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was getting it mixed up with Venezuela in my brain because I know that those are like the two big ones. Yeah.
It's all the Venezuelans we're sending back to El Salvador.
It doesn't
Because
make
we're
any
all
fucking sense,
MS-13
bro.
gang members.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. That one and then the what's his name? It's like Khalil.
Mahmoud
Yeah,
Khalil.
Mahmoud Khalil. Him getting arrested is another one that I've followed a lot recently, and he's still in the country though.
I'm not sure.
At
where
least
he's at right now.
according to records.
Yeah, I believe. he
According
is
to
still
public
in the country.
knowledge, he is in Louisiana or something like that, or they moved him back finally. But
Yeah,
he also could be somewhere else. Who knows?
who knows?
Who knows? We're black bagging people on the streets, so you know.
We're living in a healthy democracy, is what I think you mean to say.
Common sense changes, right? That's what it is. Common
Pub-
sense is
it's-
coming back to politics or whatever.
Laws are justified by the public opinion. So clearly, public opinion says that this is okay.
Yeah, it's great. It's something, all right. Yuck.
Thank God we're getting these peaceful protesters off the streets.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Really
And I
making college campuses safer.
I hate those peaceful protesters.
I mean, even Gannon students are already getting Gannon international students are already getting their visas.
They've been suing.
Yeah.
Been
Good.
suing the university for revoking their visas.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think the university's revoking their
Well,
visas.
they're not
The
doing
government.
anything
They're suing
to
the
protect
government.
them. I'll do a look into it, but
I'm like 99.9% sure they're suing the government.
probably.
I hope they're suing everybody. I hope I'm getting sued by those guys. That's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Just like all of us. Get us all.
But it does.
I didn't vote hard
for the
enough.
my vote doesn't matter people. Probably stuff like this is probably happening in your hometown. Well, maybe not specifically the disappearing people on the streets, but international students just here to go to college and spend their money on U.S. soil. Get in their visas.
Get them out of here.
for no reason.
The coping that I've seen from all of the Trump supporting, MAGA supporting Republicans
Yeah.
is pretty crazy, because I think one of the craziest parts of their just undying support and trying to know this is okay, everything is with all of the tariffs and everything, them saying, yeah, the economy has to crash so that it can come back stronger.
It's like,
The
bro,
theory I see is like Trump is crashing the economy to strong arm the feds into adjusting the rates or something. I don't know.
well,
It's
he's
just some
definitely trying to
crazy
strong
ass-
arm the feds for sure. The Federal Reserve,
Yeah.
100%. He's like, I'm gonna fire that fucking guy. I forget his name, but I keep hearing about it on NPR, but
Yeah.
I only listen to NPR for like 6 minutes a day from my house to work. But 100%, he's gonna fire the head of the Federal Reserve, or at least try. I don't think he actually can yet until the term's over, but he's gonna try. And then once that term's over, he's gonna replace him with someone else, even though he appointed this guy. So, you know.
Well, you know he has a glistening, shining track record of people from his first
Pistol
term
Pete.
still endorsing him now. It's not. I mean, I literally drive by a Trump Pence sign with the Pence colored in.
No
every
way.
day, I swear.
That's
I swear.
crazy.
It's
That's
huge. It's huge.
crazy.
Trump Pence not a billboard, but it's a big yard sign.
Yeah.
And the Pence is completely colored in with what looks like blue marker.
When does a yard sign become a billboard? How big do you have to get?
I don't. Is there
I
like a
think it has to be
standardized
oh, no, I guess
size
that's
of
what
billboards?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to ask.
It's definitely.
Do you think
not
Twitter can
billboard
tell us?
size.
There are small
probably could.
billboards. There are some small
I'll
billboards
just
out there.
at Grok, the AI, the in-house X AI. Like,
How big
how
is
big
a
until
billboard?
considered a billboard?
Oh man.
But
Do you ever think billboards are gonna go away?
No,
No.
no.
dude, advertising is like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't pay attention to billboards.
Dude, you know
I
where
pay
we
attention
live,
to
man?
funny ones.
Nah,
You know where we
pay
live?
attention to billboards. You just don't realize it.
You know what country we're living in, man?
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. I've
will
I've
always
played
be-
Cyberpunk. I
You
know where
what?
we're
I
going.
think there may be more billboards in our future. They're just going to
Yeah.
be plastered on wherever there's space.
Built straight into my glasses. Oh, hold on. I can't see. I need to skip this ad.
It might be coming. That was like that was
My
like an-
Vision's
it was like an Ellen
subscription ran
DeGeneres
out.
ass joke, but it was still funny.
Can you imagine? Oh, that's odd. Wait.
Hold on, honey, gotta skip my ad in my glasses. That is an Ellen show joke, but it was funny.
I'm gonna kill him in the parking lot after this.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't either. If anything, he's outed himself as an Ellen DeGeneres fan.
No, I just remember like before she disappeared, she like made this tweet that got endlessly ridiculed. It was like people in 2025. Hold on, dear, I gotta order the new PlayStation 6 on my iPhone 52. Like some corny ass joke like that, and
Yeah.
like everybody just made fun of her because it was bad.
Oh, okay. So
was
you're
like
saying
a-
I'm not funny?
It was like a bad future like
Yeah.
tech joke.
So you're just saying I'm not funny?
No, it was funny, but it's not in the way that you thought.
Welcome to the Three Left Turns podcast, where we talk about current events and pop culture.
And now you're the one that keeps bringing up the podcast.
Politics?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
No,
you're
you-
right.
you did it.
Sure.
I did it
whatever.
first, and then you guys did it like 6 times.
Well, yeah, making fun of you.
I'm
Yeah.
so
It's all we
idiot.
can do. You have everything else. All we can do is attempt to.
I still can't believe you just called me Ellen DeGeneres.
I
He's
didn't
not going to be on the
call
next
you
episode. He's
Ellen.
dying.
I said you made an Ellen joke.
That might as well be the same thing.
He's so proud of himself.
It
The
was
vibes
funny.
are off from this point on.
It's true. It's true. We're gonna have to bring the Thunderdome in. We're gonna have to expedite the Thunderdome.
It's true.
It's all right.
It's true.
We'll get D in here for next time.
There's like a
Nice.
You can go pick D up and bring him and have him on.
nah. That's okay.
I think he would have nothing but great opinions to share.
Sure.
Damn.
Sure. It's a better opinion than calling me Ellen, but,
It's true. It's true.
but that's okay. That's okay.
I think I'm funny.
You're something.
you are something.
I laughed.
We know. We watched. We forgot.
Love me or hate me, you watched.
It's true.
That's all you could do.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
What does that
You're right.
mean?
I mean, he's getting
So you guys aren't
philosophical
you guys
with
aren't even as pop culture as you think.
it. No, we're too terrestrial.
That's
Yeah,
a
You
what?
guys aren't online. You guys aren't online as much as me. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're too
That's-
terrestrial.
a good thing.
Yeah, losers.
Yeah. You're all digital. We're dirt men.
See, I don't know. I think I'm online as much as you, but not like in online public spaces as much as you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
My online
don't-
time is
I-
YouTube.
I was gonna say I don't think we use Twitter.
No.
I think it's.
It wasn't even a Twitter thing. It was a TikTok thing.
I don't use
Wait, the
TikTok.
Ellen? Oh, yeah, I don't use that one either. Like,
You're not into. You're
he's
not-
our girly
you're not-
pop.
You're not in touch with pop culture like I am. It's okay. It's no big deal.
Yeah,
whatever.
he is better than us.
Yeah,
pretty
That's
much.
what he's saying.
God's
I
favorite.
get all the references. I'm in the in
all the references.
on everything.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yeah. 'Cause
I'll remember this. I'll remember this.
It's still raining outside. Can we drown him?
Yeah. I bet there are puddles big enough.
Yeah, for sure.
He's been working out, but he's probably not strong enough to take both of us.
It's one of those situations where he's too muscular. He can't float.
It's true. He's too
Yeah.
dense,
Can't
not
reach behind
buoyant.
my back anymore.
Really? Is that true?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say this guy is.
I was like, oh
brawling.
God, maybe we can't take him.
God damn.
I can still touch my shoulders, so
Touch my shoulders.
I meant like,
Brag about it. Touch your shoulder blades behind your
yeah,
back.
that's what I
I
meant.
can do that.
But are you gonna demonstrate it for the class?
Yeah, can you take your shirt off first though
Yeah.
and show us?
wash
Yeah.
my own back.
You. Did
Can
you
I
say
wash
you-
your back?
Do you think other people don't wash their own backs?
Maybe if they're not flexible, or they need like maybe they need one of those like brushes with the handle.
Oh, like a toilet brush.
Ah.
I mean,
I
not
bet those are
necessarily.
cheaper than the brushes you buy for your back. I bet
Probably.
you could be a little thrifty by cleaning yourself with a toilet brush if you bought it fresh.
And then what happens when you need a toilet brush?
You buy a second toilet brush, you freak. You're still probably spending the same amount of money as one back scrubber.
I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't need a back scrubber. I'm flexible enough.
Sure.
Yeah. He just takes his big long arms that he
Yeah.
has and
Yeah.
reaches behind his back. And
Yeah.
I do.
Scrubs himself naked in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What a picture.
What a
Mhm.
picture.
Yeah.
This is the most homoerotic episode of the Three
Dude,
Left Turns podcast.
I've
Oh, you
already
said it-
thought
you
of
did
the
again.
title.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go through and count the number of left turns that have happened, and
We call this one Three Gay Turns.
I know.
I already established that it was a bit last time.
If you
The
establish a bit, does it
homoeroticism?
stop being a bit?
No.
Okay.
Just like I'm going to continue to be a little late to every time we record.
It's really wet today. I think that was messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
I was
why?
actually later than I should have been because of that. 'Cause people were going like 25 on East 12th for some reason.
Don't you work like 2 minutes away?
I stayed home today.
He has one work from home day a week.
And he uses it the day that
On
it would
Mondays.
make
And-
sense for him to
No.
stay closer.
Do you want to know why he used it today? Because 2 boxes of Magic the Gathering were being delivered to his house.
That was only part of the reason. The real reason was because my dryer broke and I had to go to my mom's to do laundry.
You know, if you air dried your clothing, that wouldn't be a problem.
Oh.
It's too much to air dry. I have a
What do you mean it's too much to air
basically
dry? You
this-
just put up a string and hang it.
This is the prairie?
No, this is the economy under Trump.
Yeah, does like rustic ingenuity
Dude, I had to
lose its
run-
value?
I'd have to run a string from my bedroom through the door, through the entire living room, and then get a bunch of clothespins and just start pinning them up.
You can just
Sure.
hang it on the
When I can just be like,
That's the other
I am
thing is
working
you
from home today. Drive over to my mom's house where she has a bigger washer, a dryer that works, and it's just easy.
sure. If that was the easier way to do it, that's the easier way to do it.
Yeah. We're happy that you're happy.
Yeah.
You're telling me, I know you don't run.
I don't do my own laundry if I'm being so totally honest.
So you're an air dryer. Do you just have like a string and clothespins and you just
Well, you don't need clothespins. You can just throw the clothes over the string,
yeah,
and the string will hold them up.
yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
Yes.
I only know that because Beck does my laundry at her parents' house.
When I was
And
when
they
I
air
was
dry stuff.
really bad, I used to just you take a chair,
Okay.
right? You hang something off like the front corner, two things off the back
Yeah.
of the chair. You put like a thing on like the rung underneath the chair. I'd have like, yeah.
Yeah, I can
You
tell.
don't need no string.
I can tell when things aren't done drying when she gets home and there are clothes hanging off of every surface in the house.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh, okay, those needed to dry a little more.
yeah.
But she didn't want to wait there any longer.
Yes.
So, nah, I get it.
I've done that.
I get it.
But if I ever go on a trip to like the Great Plains, I'll hit you up, Brian.
You don't got to do it on the
your-
plains, brother.
Did you know that you can just hang clothes wherever you are?
Yeah.
You don't need to
Anywhere
be in the
with a string or surface. Just set it on there.
Yeah,
Let it dry.
doesn't even need to necessarily be hung.
Yeah.
It won't dry very fast and it'll probably fuck up whatever it's on top of. But you can just lay something on a table, it'll dry.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
It's true. It's true. That I'm apparently fucking Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, dude, that's crazy, dude. We are lost right now. We are absolutely lost. At what point do we reveal Steven's been on mushrooms this entire podcast?
Oh, man. If only. That would be much better content. Are you kidding me?
Be a lot cooler if I was.
Yeah, right? I lost my hookup for that. That sucks.
Oh man.
It'll be legal one day, hopefully, you know?
Oh my god. Did I ever tell you the story about when I went to go see Abby in Arizona and I sat next to a guy who was on the plane who was going to a psychedelic conference? This guy, I was sitting on the plane. I did the thing where I actually like talked to somebody, like a stranger in public.
Horrifying.
But we're on the plane, right? And there was like a layover in somewhere. So we like stopped. No. Oh, he had a layover. I was staying there in Phoenix because we landed and they were like, everyone who is using this as a connecting flight, you guys need to get off the plane now because like your flight's going to take off immediately. So they were like, everyone else, if you are not on this flight as a connecting flight, just stay sat. And so they like made that announcement and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy that people have to like immediately go. And he goes, I'm one of them. And he tells this whole story about how he was from Canada and he saw this person speak about psychedelics as like a therapy treatment in Canada. And then he was a therapist who used psychedelics as like a treatment
That's sick.
for 30 years or something like that. And then he was seeing this person speak again, but in Flagstaff of all places. And so he was telling me this whole story, and I was like, I was like, oh man, that would suck to have a connecting flight to Flagstaff. And I got this whole story about this psychedelic therapist, which I was like, I need to find how to sign up for that.
Yeah, right?
That'd be awesome.
My psychedelic therapist is that fairy lady in
At
New York.
at the like fair you went to.
Dude, those ones were crazy. You know that.
I do know
They
that.
were crazy.
Fair.
He went to like a growers festival in New York when they legalized weed
When?
a couple years ago.
Oh yeah.
It was when I was in my first apartment.
It was the summer of 2022, I believe.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
I was just doing stuff
Just
in the summer of
doing stuff.
2022. I was just doing anything.
Damn.
I literally was just doing anything.
It's true. He
And
went with like
everything.
2 strangers and Devon,
It
right?
no, it was just the. It was,
Oh, yeah.
It was Devon's at the time girlfriend's sister and her husband.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I was just doing stuff.
Was that the year that you went to
Camp
Philly?
with you guys.
Oh yeah.
It was like the 6 months he was single. He
Oh,
went
yeah.
on side
I was
side
just
quests.
doing stuff. I was just
Why
doing
was
anything.
being a little hoe.
Yeah, he did well. At least on Instagram.
Yeah.
He deleted all of the evidence of that though.
It's archived.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably never get unarchived, but it's archived.
A tragedy. A tragedy to lose that to time.
Just repost it. Why can't that be public?
He doesn't want his slutty
I
little
don't
pictures out
identify
there
anymore
as a
with
slut.
that.
What do you mean you don't identify? That's who you are.
Not anymore.
Be proud of your past.
Do the
Because now
docs
I'm not
stay
just-
on?
Now I'm not just doing stuff anymore. I'm not just
To be
doing
cringe is to
anything.
be free. What do you mean? You're doing Magic the Gathering.
I did that when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
To
Well,
be cringe is to be free.
Well, that's not nothing new. I never went in the summer before the summer of 22. I never went to a weed fest before. I
have-
barely even smoked.
I
I
hope
didn't even
Steven
buy
gets-
any. I don't know. That's not true. I bought one pre-roll.
Hell yeah.
I bought one pre-roll and mushrooms. That was
I
it.
wanna black bag Steven and reveal all these Instagram posts. That's what I want to
Yes.
do. I want to.
Yes.
You're gonna
public-
disappear me.
I want to publicize
When
everything.
we drown him in the parking lot after this, we're
Yeah.
taking his phone and
Yeah.
unarchiving everything.
Yeah. That'll be awesome.
Yup.
That's what we're looking for.
Yup. We got your number, bitch.
There's,
But
an,
at that point, he's dead.
there's
So
an unmarked
doesn't
white
matter.
van outside. Don't worry about it.
you don't even get candy.
Just be doing stuff.
I sure don't.
Mm-mm.
I stay inside. That's what I do.
I try not to, but it sure ends up that way. Because Brian, you're like the most plansy guy, and now that you're so busy,
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
understand
no.
where this is going now. I was like, I'm not doing anything.
It's
right
like
now.
camping in May. Who knows? I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
What weekend is that?
I have no clue. I haven't looked.
Maybe.
oh, are you talking about their camp?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're not going. What do you
yeah,
mean?
no, I'm not.
I was gonna say.
This guy's like doing something. That was summer 2022.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. no,
I've grown
That
up.
I
is-
think that was
that is
actually
not
the last
why-
time you went camping with us. Too.
that is not why I won't be going. But
That is true, actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This man got a girlfriend and said, "Fuck you."
It's
that's
happened.
not even true because
It's happened
we
every
come,
time.
we come hang out with you guys like as often as possible. We just don't go camping.
That is true. They do come over.
Hang out with you.
You don't do anything anymore. Well, it's not your fault, but we understand why.
It's okay.
He
But
got
if you
new
were to
cards.
do stuff, we would be there. Probably 90%.
Maybe you say so. I also have Garrett as a roommate, so
that
I'm
has
kinda-
to be pretty sick.
it's all right. He won't listen to this, so it's fine. Nobody in the household listens to this podcast. It's pretty heartbreaking. I've tried.
Oh, you did it again, by the way. But anyways,
If it's a bit, why are you pointing it out?
Yeah.
no, the bit is
Let
that
it
we
go.
go
Oh,
off
is
topic.
that you pointed out?
No, the bit is that we go
Oh,
off
I thought
topic.
it was because
A
we brought the
lot, all the
podcast up
time.
again.
Yeah, every time you guys bring it up now, I'm going to point it out.
Okay.
Because when I did it, Sagan pointed it out. So don't bring it up. We're not allowed to be self-aware, I
I
guess.
don't care anymore. I'm gonna have to go home and immediately edit this episode because if I don't do it tonight, I'm gonna be like, "What is this?" I have to be in the same like flow state.
Just
Same.
put just the title of it this time. Just put a question mark and then the episode number.
What the hell are these
it.
boys talking about?
No, just a question mark. Just a
There we-
question mark and then hashtag 7?
Something like that. I was just gonna put like this episode had 8,000 left turns. 3 Left Turns
The
podcast.
Infinite Turn
Good again.
podcast.
Yeah. So
Um,
anyway, thank you for listening to this episode of the 3 Left Turns podcast. It might be a little bit shorter than the past couple,
Maybe.
but I've lost control of the cameras. It's you guys. You got
Oh,
to sign
nope,
off.
there it is.
Oh, weird.
Get
All
fucked.
right. Anyway, thanks for listening to this episode of 3 Left Turns podcast. We gotta go. We just gotta go at this point.
Oh, bye.
Starring Ellen
Get him. Take him out.